Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you are doing fantastic. You know, today is a pretty special day. Do you know why it's a special day? Yes, because it is Mother's Day. I hope that you have told your mom Happy Mother's Day, or another important woman in your life. I hope you've already told her Happy Mother's Day. If not, make sure that you do that, okay? Did you know that the Bible has some things to say about moms? He sure does. We're going to open up to some verses in the Bible and see what God has to say about moms. So first we're going to start in Exodus. Exodus chapter 20. I got my trusty Bible out here. Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 says, "Honor your father and mother." Ha! Right there it says that children are supposed to honor their fathers and mothers. Did you know that is one of the 10 commandments? And then in Mark chapter 10 verse 19 it says, "Honor your father and mother." There it is, a second time. And then again in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 2 it says, "Honor your father and mother." 3 times it says the same phrase, honor your father and mother. So I think God really wanted to get that across to us, that he had it in the Bible 3 times for us to honor our mother and father. And then that verse kind of ends with, if you do this, things will go well for you. In Isaiah chapter 66 verse 13 it says, "I will comfort you like a mother comforts her child." Have you ever been sad or scared or hurt and you were comforted by your mom? Well, in that same way, God says, "I will comfort you." You know, when moms give us snuggles or they kiss those owies and they comfort us and make us feel better, or they snuggle us at night when we're afraid of something, God gives us that same comfort, no matter if we are 2 years old, 6 years old, or 60 years old. Isn't that amazing that we have a God that comforts us and that loves us so much when we ask him? Our final verses that we're going to read comes from Proverbs chapter 31. This is a little bit longer. It's verses 25 through 31. And it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise." So today is a special day where we get to reward our moms for these wonderful things that she does, these wonderful things that who she is. And so, you know, since we've been safer at home, some of you may not have had a chance to make anything for mom or do anything special for her. You know, sometimes at school or at children's church or even Sunday school, we get to do special things and make special things that you get to give to your mom on Mother's Day. And so I have some things I'm going to show you a little bit later that might give you some ideas if you haven't gotten anything for your mom yet, or if you haven't made or done anything for your mom yet for Mother's Day. So there's this man. He's a pastor and he's also a counselor, and his name is Dr. Gary Chapman. And so Dr. Gary Chapman, he's written some books, and they're called The 5 Love Languages. And so what he's saying is that there are 5 different ways that we show love to one another, whether it's moms and dads show love to each other, or moms and children, or dads and children, or even just different ways that people show their love, because we don't all speak the same love language. And so I want you to be thinking this week, what is my mom's love language? How does she like to feel loved? What makes her feel loved? What makes her feel special? So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through those 5 love languages, and I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can do to help your mom feel loved for Mother's Day, and really any day you can do this for her. So those 5 love languages are, make sure I don't see if I don't miss any, are quality time, words of affirmation. So that means like words that encourage her and make her feel good and show her appreciation. Gifts, quality, did I say quality time? Yes. Let's see, physical touch And so like hugging and snuggling and giving kisses, that's one. And then acts of service. That's that last one, that's that fifth one. So quality time, acts of service, gifts, physical touch, and words of affirmation. Those are the 5 love languages that we're going to talk about, okay? Mom, can I do the dishes for you? Yes, Faith, I would love you to. Thank you so much. So acts of service is one thing that you can do for your moms. You could do something like do dishes for her. You could unload the dishwasher. You could do laundry. You could help her cook, or maybe just not help, but you could be the one that's doing the cooking. There's lots of different things that you can do to serve your moms.
Mom, do you want to play your favorite game of Risk?
Sure, I'd love to play.
Okay.
Ooh, we haven't played this in a while. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
So, quality time. Quality time is another way that you could show your mom that you love her. Quality time means just doing something together, either just one-on-one like Madison and I, or as a family. And you could be doing something like playing a game, watching a movie together. You could really sit together and talk, or really not do much anything. Just sit out together on the hammock and spend time together. And you don't have to talk. You could listen to music together. But just something that you can do with your mom that is spending quality time together. You don't necessarily have to make it a big deal. It can be something small, or it can be a big thing like, hey, let's go shopping together, or let's go on a ride together, let's go on a walk together. So quality time is a second way that you can show your love to your mom. All right, so let's see. Oh, that's our battle one. We're gonna battle Siberia and Russia. Ooh, thanks, Faith. That feels really good. So physical touch is another way that you can show your love to mom on Mother's Day. Physical touch includes anything like massages or hugs, maybe a kiss on the cheek, or maybe it's, I know Faith and Madison love to have their head rubbed at night. The girls like to have snuggle time. So physical touch is another way that moms love for you to walk up to them, give them a great big hug, and you can show your love to them that way. So remember to do that on this Mother's Day. Thanks, kiddo. You can keep massaging. All right, is it still my turn?
Yeah.
All right, no, you battle.
My turn. Hey, Mom. I bet sometimes being a mom can be stressful. So I made you this stress ball.
Aw, thanks, Madison.
You're welcome.
That is super cute. How'd you make it?
So I took a balloon and I put a funnel through the top, and I put flour in it, and then I tied the top of the balloon.
Oh, and you drew a little smiley face on it. It's super cute, and it's very squishy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So gifts. Gifts is another love language. You know, sometimes we feel like that we need to go out and we need to buy a fancy gift, and sometimes it's hard for people to go buy gifts, whether they don't have the money, or like right now it's kind of hard to go to the store and go shopping for moms. So it's good to be reminded, especially this year, that we don't have to go to the store to give gifts to mom. You can just make something. I'm sure you all have something laying around your house that you can make. Look it up on Pinterest, or have an older brother or sister, or have your dad help you. But like Madison, she thought of a balloon and some flour and some markers to make a nice squishy stress ball. So gifts are another love language, is a way that you can show your mom that you love them this Mother's Day. Thanks again, Maddie.
You're welcome.
And check out this. Here you go, Mom. Aw, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks, Faith. Ooh. So words of affirmation. Affirmation, that's a pretty big word. It means like encouragement. And so words of affirmation is another way, another love language that make moms feel really loved on Mother's Day. One way you could do this is by making her a card. It doesn't have to be Mother's Day. Any day you can make mom a card and just put some really nice words in it that talk about how thankful you are for her. Another thing is just by saying I love you, or I care about you, or thank you, Mom. I appreciate whenever you make supper for us. I appreciate when you take me to school, or when you whenever you do my laundry. So words of affirmation is another wonderful way that you can show your mom that you love her on Mother's Day. I hope one of these gave you some ideas of some special ways that you can show your mom how much you love her today and every day, because we know that she deserves it. So happy Mother's Day, moms. I hope you all have a blessed day. See you next week.